If you're on time, you're late.
Yeah, I was actually in and on time, but I can never get my headset to work in the morning for some reason. So, no. Okay, so I was actually thinking we were going for these lows, and we never touched them. So maybe we go for them now. I don't know. I'll just hang out and watch and wait.
Put your screen up.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm pushing the buttons right now. Share screen.
The
There
first
it is.
trade of the day was before. What was it? It was like 5 or 6 minutes ago at 1, a Titan.
Oh, I just realized. I think I just realized that these little yellow dots are gonna have to be updated. I did not know that they were displaying during development.
There was a Titan that just won, but normally don't take those right out of the gate.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that thing. All right, maybe we just go straight to highs. Or we're at the midpoint. Yeah, we went right back to midpoint last night. I don't know if you guys got any of it, but man, right when I called that earlier, it just tanked off for about 20 points. I said I was looking for a sell down below the lows, and I sold it, man. That sucker just dropped right out of there. And then it came back to entry, then it left, and then it came back to entry, and then it left, and then I started getting nervous that I moved it to break even. So I ended up getting stopped out on that trade, break even before open. But it was a good try, and it did give me $200 or $300 here and there. It gave me $200 or $300 here or there, like back and forth, but ultimately nothing.
Right to the 25,650 volume level.
Let's see, what is that noise I just heard here? Yeah, I see that. Dude, it went to all the volume levels. There we have VWAP up there, the midpoint. We have yesterday's VWAP closing price. POC just shifted. The POC was at 615 or somewhere around that 618. So it basically just went in there and did a little bit of everything. Now I just heard a noise on my Addis that I don't know if I've heard before. I don't like noises. Wow, it went up there, man. That thing really pushed hard off of there. That's an instant $500 move right there.
And right back down.
Yeah. Maybe we do go for the lows, huh? Maybe we do go for the lows. Maybe that was just. See, I get tired of talking. Believe it or not, sometimes I get tired of talking. But I was already convinced we were going down and that we were going to sweep the lows, because look, we never swept yesterday's lows either. Y'all know this, right? Like look at the lows that have been here since yesterday. It never swept it last night, and it tried, right? Like, and then yesterday too. How weird is this? Last night's high is the exact tick of New York sessions high yesterday. You see that? So it literally to the tick came back to yesterday's high. I mean, you talk about a range. We are in a 195 point range, like steady. I mean, look at that. And I mean, for 2 days we've been in the same area here. So I was like, yeah, we're definitely breaking these lows. But then as price started to bounce off of this 60 level here, 560, and I was already in the sale, I said, oh man, I see what it's doing, because it started to consolidate. And I said, you know what? I bet before open, this is probably right around in here, the third time it was coming back and pulling back to my entry. And I seen this and I said, I bet it runs these highs and then tanks after open. And that's why I updated you guys. And I said, I wanted to see it stay between 80 and 90, or no higher than 90 or something like that, somewhere in here. It looks different now, but it was like, yeah, when it's pulling back here, I said I wanted to see it stay between 80 and 90, and then yeah, boom, yeah. So I think it was that one I was watching, but yeah, it surprised me. It always does. I always think it's could only go here, and the market always tends to go further than you think it can go. So now I don't think it can go to the lows. How about that? I don't think it's gonna do it.
You're just trying to reverse psychology of the market right now.
Exactly. Reverse psychology. I love it.
Yeah, that market's not going down there. It's definitely not going down there. It could never. Only a real market would do that.
Oh, now you're trying to punk the market. Okay, keep on. Keep on.
Gaslight the market.
Only a real market would do that.
Yeah, you're not a real market if you don't go to the lows every day. Friday.
What's weird, Ken, on the cumulative delta on NQ, it's gray
Yeah.
now, the candle, but it was going up and red at the same time.
That is passive control.
Yeah.
When you see that, you know you're in the right area. But again, you gotta watch. One day, mark my words. One day, I will probably strictly trade gold or something like that, because I swear this is so weird. This NASDAQ and MNQ, they and how differently they run. It's like it's so different, and it's almost like that every day. I watch it every single day, and I see how it looks, and it's just weird, absolutely weird.
So what you were saying, when it's going up in red, eventually it'll flip green like it did.
Well, just remember, CVD shows you who is aggressive, not who's winning. It doesn't have to do anything, but it is just showing. If you could just remember the phrase CVD shows aggression. That's it. That doesn't ever matter. In fact, who's aggressive? It's the weirdest thing. Who is aggressive? That is very important, because that is what moves the market. Without aggressive orders, the market will not move. But without liquidity allowing it to move, it won't move. So it's like, oh, there it goes. Look at it. There it goes. Yeah. So without the aggression and without liquidity actually allowing it to move, it can't move, and so because these guys, they got too much money, they can put up a wall. If they don't want it to go there, it's not going to go there, and they have so much they can guide it, and so as time goes on, and I'm getting better and better at reading the passive liquidity, and it is essentially invisible, so you can only see it by looking at what I'm looking at right here, where you can, a DOM, you got to look at it on a DOM, or you got to look at it on a transposed liquidity map, something like this, which I think that these are probably going to become a lot more popular as time goes on. Like, this is going to be probably on more platforms, because why would you not want to be able to view liquidity in this way? I mean, you see how good this is, being able to see the liquidity. Like, I know where the limit orders are, I know where the buyers are, I know where the sellers are. So let's say if I have a TP down here at 540, I would like to know what's between me and 540, so I can scroll this down and I can say, all right, we've got building buyers right here, we have buyers right here, they're stacking up. We also have a huge amount of buyers right here at or right below 550, right? So just right below 550, we've got a bunch of them, which is what I don't know why they're right below there, but I mean, you see them, they're at like 47, and then of course you see them at 40, so you can verify, yes, like, is this a level I'd want to interact at? You know what I mean? Like, not all levels are the same, not all levels are going to be looked at the same, and so I think it's awesome.
And on the very left, of your chart there. Is that a footprint chart or what? I see the DOM, but what is the
This,
very left? Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
No, but
Th-
what is it called? Is it a footprint
Oh,
chart?
it's a liquidity map.
Liquidity. Okay, because before a while you were using a footprint chart. Have you kind of gone away from that or?
No, I got footprint chart. It's right here. I just this is what I do with the footprint chart. It's a lot
There
easier to
was
look.
one before though where you had kind of like a moving bar. It was a different layout of a footprint, I think. Or maybe it
Oh,
wasn't a footprint chart, it was something else.
you're talking about this right here. Just a second. Hold on. I want to see what this does. I'm watching this right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, don't worry. Yeah. I know you at one
POC
point you
just
had a
shifted.
different kind of chart.
Yeah, and it drew a little line and it would kind of show the
Yeah.
incoming orders. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like this, right? Like what you're looking at right here, but it was I know exactly what you're talking about. I'll show you here in a sec. Man, it keeps going down there. See, they're messing around. I don't know. I mean, I can't say anything for certain, but the way that it keeps coming back down here to these lows, I feel like they're gonna sweep the lows. But that I'm hopeful because I want to trade down there. If if price goes down there, I'm very interested in trading there. So that'll be my shot right there. So I'm kind of wanting it to go there. But yeah, let me show you that thing. One sec. And I just want to double check Titans this morning. Oh, we just had the one Titan, one win.
At 5 minute to open.
Oh yeah, yeah, true.
And how do you get multiple graphs on your screen?
Yeah, like 1 second. Holy moly, this is moving so fast. I'm gonna help you just a second. Basically, this is what you were talking about to a degree. I know that this is a
Yeah.
different layout, but where you could actually see the orders coming in like this, right? That's the one that you're asking about. Except I had this just on the chart. This layout I have where it stays centered. Like I know this doesn't look like it makes a lot of sense, but it's focused on the area that I would want to be focused on. So I can see the footprint. I just need to adjust it because this is strictly volume. But it'll stay focused right here, and then I can actually see the order flow, and I can modify this to where I only look at certain amounts of volume coming in, so it doesn't move as fast if I wanted to. Let's see here. I'm gonna go. Where's the X? Or maybe even like bid ask. I really like it's volume, and then I do like this right here. It makes it so clean. Yeah, that one right there. This makes it so easy to see the buyers and sellers. Yeah, so something like this right here. This one gives some pretty good detail where at least it stays kind of zoomed in where you're looking at the information that you need to see. Wow, some big sell order just came in right here. You see that? I would say again, I know I keep saying this, but I'm pretty confident we're gonna sweep the lows from today. And the reason is because, like, why are we why we keep messing around down here? You know, like what we're looking at right here, this whole movement of things. This is the market don't move like this in a normal way. You guys know that, right? These are extremes, like how price is getting pushed way out, way out, way out, wicks at the top and stuff. This is engineering, right? And so this is getting traders involved, getting a position put together. So the fact that we're just doing it right by the lows and we haven't broken the lows in 2 days makes me really think we're going to break them. But also, if I'm thinking that, I know everyone else is thinking that. So they could be also thinking that we're thinking that. And you know, there's that. There is that.
The major, not major, but like a super fast wick up and down, and a lot of fast wicks.
Yeah. So now let me also think about this. We have aggressive buying, but price is not going down up. So yeah, I every time I see something like that, what I always say in advance is we have buying, but price isn't going up, which means they're building a sell position. I said that yesterday, and then I switched up on myself, and I'm not joking. I beat myself up over that all day yesterday because I missed so many opportunities, and yeah, so that's that. It's Delta's up. I mean, you can see Delta on really NASDAQ and MNQ has been rising up pretty consistently. And then we've got, look over the session. Yeah. Yeah, we just have price, you know, all this super aggressive buying, but price is not just flying. And so that's what makes me think that what we're doing is we're getting buyers involved, like up here. I mean, sellers, they're filling a position up here at these really good prices and then maybe push it low. That's what I hope. Oh yeah. There she goes. Pushing pretty good.
So would you be trusting the Titans more going down?
Oh crap. Hold on. Well, you guys, I accidentally updated this indicator and I meant to Terrell, if you're Terrell, let's see if Terrell's on here. Terrell, I updated the indicator, the quantum trend indicator, and I added those levels that you were asking about that you could see right here that add the trailing stop and the TP levels and all of that match this. I did add them. I meant to turn the new features off by default, but I accidentally left them on. I did that in a hurry this morning. So you guys, if you get an update on your quantum trend, you can update it and you'll get these levels. You'll get these levels, right? Like we just got a sell on the quantum, right? And it says to sell. Obviously it stops there and TP's gonna be down here. And so I will update it again to where you'll have to go in and add those features on. Now, Gabriella, to answer your question, would I trust Titans right now? I personally would prefer to trade a Titan at a key level, right? So I've got my eyes on the daily low. What I'd really like, if you're asking me, what I'd really like is I'd like to see price come down here and then stop, pause, turn around. And then if I got a Titan in the opposite direction, I would take it. Now, with that being said, if I got a Titan between here and here, I'm pretty confident at that point. I mean, especially if we start breaking the low of the session here. But 10 o'clock's almost here. I'm thinking that here in 11 minutes is when we're going to get our breakout. So if it gets below here and you happen to see a Titan, it's probably a good chance that Titan's going to win as it goes down below here. So just think about it when you're taking Titan trades. Remember that a Titan is a continuation pattern. So it's a pattern that looks like this, right? And so we would like to, if the market moves around like this all the time, just as an example, right? If the market moves like that, then I was gonna try to hide that. So if the market, if the market moves like this, as an example, then it would always make the most. Remember, the market is fractal. So inside of these little moves, you have moves that look like this. Right? And you know that, right? Everyone knows that. You could break the market down, and the market is known to be fractal in nature. Is literally what they call it. So, I'll show you something right fast. Just like this. Oh goodness, why you got to do that to me? All right, so just like this right here, right? So you see, I'm not the first one to draw this. The market moves like that. It moves in waves like this, and inside of those waves are waves, and in those waves are waves and waves and waves, right? The market is fractal. What's happening on the bigger time frames are happening on the smaller time frames. So it would make the most sense if you were looking for a buy. You'd want to look for buys during areas like this, right, where the market is either has come down, right, and it's like you're expecting that it's about to turn around and start going like that. So buying them down at prior lows, let's just pretend that was a prior low, that would be a good idea. Looking for sales right here as the market reacts to this and starts to come back down, that would be a great idea. And then this takes a little bit more skill. It's not going to be totally A plus, but when I see trades leading up to a major area like a support or resistance that I'm already expecting price to go to, similar to like how we are now, I'll take a trade up there. I'm already thinking that price is going to go there, but it's like if you get a signal and the TP is like at the high or slightly below it, just like that, I'll take that trade because there's a really good chance that we're already going to get up there. So your entry would be here, your TP would be there, and then you just ding, 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 just right up.
Breaking the channel of the trend.
Right. So, if you'll just add a little bit, just a little due diligence, right, if you will, if you'll just add a little bit to it just to say, okay, I know, like, look, the way that we have Titans set up and because of the type of trade they are, they're already pretty probable. A lot of Titan trades win, and especially because we have a scalping setup, set up with it where we're only going for a 0.5. So it automatically that bumps the win rate up. So most times we're going to be winning, right? We're going to be winning. Now, if we could just add a little bit to that to try to increase our edge even more, then that's perfect. And then you just show up and execute. That's all it's about at that point, is just showing up, executing, and and doing it again the next day. Yeah. This is definitely, I think that this is definitely about to pop at 10 o'clock. Let's see here, Delta. What does it say? Yeah, and I'll fix this as well. Oh, okay, I see. So it is kind of working the way I wanted it to. But that was weird when the session first opened. I noticed that these yellow dots were locked in place on the high and the low. I'm gonna update that to where those, unless you guys like them showing up right away. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not. They started to show up on the high and the low of the first candle that opened. I didn't expect that. I thought that they were only going to pop up after the initial balance happens, the 1 hour after open. But they did not. So I've got some updates. I'll be working on that too. I just noticed that this morning. Delta has really flattened out here in my trading view delta anyways. Let me check on Addis. I'm gonna try to get an idea of what the volume looks like since open. We've got net buys or sells. So from 7:30 to now, got positive 2K deltas. I mean, there's absolutely more buying since opening, more aggressive buying than selling since opening, by quite a bit, by 2K. But like I said, price hasn't lifted out of there. So that means, that is what, if you want a really good example of order flow and where, you'd apply it in terms of context is this type of situation where we have massive aggressive buying. There has been buying all throughout this entire session, but price is not. I mean, obviously it's going up right now. We can see that, but it didn't push up higher and higher and higher, right? So if it keeps doing this, man, they are setting up for a sell. If it keeps on doing this, but 10 o'clock is coming. I'm telling you, it feels like it's getting ready to spring a trap right now. If it goes down at 10, then that's exactly what's been going on. They've been building a short position, and we just sat there and watched it and talked about it a lot. Look at that. Look at that big old Delta candle. Why is price not going up? What's happening? What's happening?
It did go up. It just came down a little bit. That's all.
It came down a lot of it. Went up there.
Well, now it's coming down.
Yeah, because they swept those highs. They said, let me get
Oh, there was a
low.
Titan. Titan just won.
Yeah, I saw that. I was thinking about Gabriella when I seen it setting up. I was like, see this. I was seeing it set up, and I was like, see, this Titan would be good because if we sweep these highs. But then at the same time, I was like, but we're also making lower lows. So I didn't want to tell her to go take it, and then, imagine waiting 30 minutes to take a trade, and then the first one is a loser. Not all
It's
right.
all good. I'm gonna be right after 10.
Yeah. I'll be right back. We got 10 o'clock coming in a couple minutes. I'm gonna grab something to drink, and I'll be back here in time.
Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
Carry on. Cause rather do it wrong. I'm the two.
Someone's got some music going. Strong delta pushing up, but I don't think I would buy. Oh, of course it's going to keep going. Well, now that I said that. Not right before 10 o'clock. Might go to that 670 volume level.
All right, I'm back. Back. What is it? Oh,
I was just saying there's strong delta pushing up, but I was saying I don't I don't think I want to sell. I don't want to buy.
I don't know what I'm gonna do either. Look, either way, I'm just waiting to trade down there at that low. So I just want to see what happens. So I mean, I wouldn't buy this high, and I don't really want to try to trade unpredictably either. You know, like this is no different than open right here. You know, to me, like at this point on the chart, something's gonna happen. And it just swept these highs up here too. Let's see, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Wow.
It's fluctuating big time.
It went up though. It didn't even go down.
It almost tapped the 680.
What is this yellow line on my? This was the initial balance from London. So we're going straight for the highs. Look at that.
They are. You mean the high of the day? The high of the session? That's 731. 732.
Yeah. Right up here. These levels.
Yeah.
We've got 3 levels up there, but I can't believe we didn't hit their freaking low. How are they gonna do this? Watch us not even break out today. We're just gonna stay inside. So we got 30 minutes in. So in 30 minutes, we moved. Not that crazy. 127 points. Let's see how we're doing right here. I got something. This is one of the things I know I shouldn't keep popping this thing out and showing everybody, but this thing is calling tons of trades out right now. I got it.
Ask you when you're gonna push that out.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's worth the wait. I mean, what I'm doing with this, I mean, even this right here, look, this is 117 trades. It's a 57% win rate, but that's at 1-to-1. So that is a good edge at 1-to-1. Oh, that's over 117 trades though. So, you could only imagine how much I can improve that. And then of course that, I'm building this on purpose at 1-to-1 because what my plan is as I go 1-to-1, like, I'm getting the results as good as I can on 1-to-1. And then it's really cool because I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. Let me just see what it looks like if I was to do a partial TP, right? And so, like, the win rate, obviously, if I get a good win rate on a 1-to-1, like, see, this win rate here goes up to 73%. So it's, I would say, easy upgrade to Titan. And if you just look in this area, look, winner, 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 loser, winner, 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 winner. This one is ambiguous. We couldn't tell if it was a winner or loser because it hit stop loss and TP in one candle. So winner, 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 winner.
It was a winner.
Oh, okay. You're like, I know.
Good morning. Yeah, that's
Good
what's a
morning.
winner. I was on that one.
Man, look at this thing. It is going. And then, so this is something totally different. What I'm doing here is a 10-point, well, I'm trying to make it a 10 to 20 point system where, could y'all imagine how nice and easy this is going to be, where every single setup is the exact same size, 10 points, right? And so I'm optimizing the system to detect areas where 10-point trades are acceptable, and based on current market conditions. Somebody's mic is hot, by the way. And I've really that's why I haven't released it, because look, it just keeps getting better. Maybe I'll release it, let you guys start beta testing it, and then keep improving it, because I keep making it better and better. And I love Titan, you guys. Y'all know I love Titan, but look, these are all the same size, right? They're all the same size. 10 points or 5 points or whatever, however you want to do it. But this is, out of 100 trades, well, I mean, out of 140 trades, 104 of these won and only 30 lost. And so it's an edge. And then there's other ways that I've been messing around with it too. So like, adjusting and take profits.
Will it be good, given that you just said the 10-point thing, will it still work as well on gold?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
well,
cool.
I need to optimize differently for gold. So yeah, this is when I say I'm putting in the work on NASDAQ. Like, this is specifically for NASDAQ. But like, look right here. So we lost 2 of these right here, but look, there's a winner, and we just got a buy right here. The TP would be, let's see, what am I looking at here? If the entry was, oh, it already hit. Hold on. Yeah, it already hit TP. I think it'll update once the candle closes, I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay, I was like, what's going on? Because you see how it just dipped down there, touched that 10-point level at 700, and then came up, and there's 10 points. That's $200 right here. That's $200 trade right there, just like that, in less than 1 minute. So this thing is just spitting them out. And look, I mean, even out of 1-to-1, I got it up to 58%. For a mechanical system, I know that some of you guys have certain expectations. Hopefully by now you've seen what the reality of trading is, and you know what trading really is. But and you understand an edge, right? Having an edge and leveraging money. So 58% on a 1-to-1 on a completely mechanical system. I'm talking about this trades around the clock. There's no human intervention. That's pretty good stats for around the clock, no human intervention. So it's very exciting. And then again, look, we're not going to take all these trades. So if I can have it up to 58% all alone, all by itself, just like this, then imagine, look at all these trades, and a majority of them are winning. So that means that all we got to do is dip in here and grab one. grab one or two. That makes our job really easy. I mean, look at how many are in here.
And can you
Is it out
explain the like just how is it Titan, like Titan Pro, or like what is the difference in the trades? Like what qualifies for a trade?
It's going to be too complicated to explain in
Okay.
words, but in
It's a price action thing?
No, it's not price action, actually. This is probably one of the few systems that I built that's not strictly based on a price action pattern. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm computing data over large periods and then resetting. So to give you an idea, what I'm doing is I'm looking, I can choose how I want to do this, and that's why I said I'm super optimizing it for NASDAQ, but I've got reset windows. So I'm basically measuring, the last, say the last 30 minutes. Again, all this is adjustable, but I can measure the last 30 minutes of data, and I could reset the data every 1 hour. So that way it doesn't become lagging over time, like like you could imagine that the data could get. So I'm looking at blocks of time, and then I'm resetting that completely so that it starts fresh as needed. And then what it's doing is measuring the volume, the velocity, like how it's in many ways, it's measuring the performance of the market. And then on top of that, this is a little experimental, but I've this got my whole idea on this was measuring the volume in the delta. And again, TradingView is not perfect for delta, but the way that I'm doing it is I'm pulling the delta out as best I can. And basically, when the market, based on my parameters, when the market says, that it's in a position to where 10-point setups are acceptable based on previous performance, it will then start to set up trades when price touches a 10-point level. So in other words, what it's doing is, and I'll keep it real simple, it's measuring and it says, okay, we're bullish, and based on the performance, the market is capable of producing 10 points and it's bullish. So a buy would be in order, right? So
Almost ATR kind of, really.
it's just like, it is literally like a market reader that's just reading, and it's saying, hey, the market's going up, and based on the performance, it's got enough volume and fuel to move 5 points, 10 points, whatever, whatever I've set it up as, and it'll give the signal. Now, I've taken that to the extreme, and I've also set it up where I could do, that would be more of a momentum style, right? What I was just talking about, that would be more momentum. And then you also have rejection only, because y'all know I like to trade reversals. That gives us a 57%, or a mixture, which is auto, and that, that's pretty balanced. That gives you 58% win rate up until this moment, and that stays pretty consistent. I could check 500 trades if I wanted to. I could check 500 trades and it's still up there. The thing is, as long as it's up above 50% at a 1-to-1, then you're not going to lose your money, right? And now all you got to do is just focus on increasing your edge a little bit. If you can just, that's the thing that a lot of people don't get about an edge, is that to them, an edge is, I make a ton of money and da-da-da. And really, an edge just means you can go in and produce profit over and over. So if I take 100 trades and let's say I lose, well, let's just say all in all, I take 100 trades and altogether I only end up positive 5 trades, right? But for however, whatever it works out, I'm positive a couple trades and I'm on top with fees. I'm profitable. That's the goal. Now, I can always get lots of money. I can always get access to as much capital as I want. It's that edge that I need. We have that, but y'all know I'm always trying to improve it. And yeah, so here's, this
And
is,
what is the name of this indicator?
I don't have a name for it yet. Right now, it's called the NQ 10-point level limit system version 9.
God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Give
we
me a
should
name.
start,
Give me a name for it.
I was gonna start a chat name suggestions.
Yeah.
Cedric,
10-point Titan.
Yeah.
I like mine. My name was basic.
Right.
Or Titan 2.0.
And then I've got this one too that I'm working on. That's also more of a continuation style trade type of thing. And this one is, I've got this set. Let me just double check. Yeah, this one's more variable, right? This one's definitely more variable. Oh, come here, you. I'm bringing it to the front right here. So you can see here, I mean, even on this and this is 1-to-1, by the way, you guys, this is 1-to-1 trades. Does it not tell me the win rate? Oh yeah, because I wasn't going to add a level to this, but then I did. So I don't even have the win rate on here, but it at least is tracking the trades, right? And so you could see, these are designed for more in the direction of the trend type of thing. But I'm gonna play around with this more and see what I can do. I want to try to limit it, because look, I mean, there's a lot of freaking trades right here. All the green ones are obviously winners, and all the red ones are losers, and these are all 1-to-1. So again, it's like one of those things where it's like, if you think you could get in here, I think I see more green than red. Maybe that's my own eyes, but it says it here on the stats that there's more winners than losers. And then I can get in here. This is going to work great with TV Blast, Quantum Trend, things like that already indicate momentum. Like I built this for these areas because I'm too scared to enter the market when it's moving like this right here. So like, let me go back to earlier when the market was moving up. See, it moved up so quick that even the system didn't, it tried to. You could see many times it did plot trades, but they didn't get triggered on time. The only two that did get triggered were these two, but they both won. So that would have been $400. Well, depending on how much you're risking, you could have taken your trades right here and made some money on that little up move as well. So yeah, I've been cooking, you guys. When I said I'm going to release a bunch of stuff,
Cool.
I've taken all the stuff I've been working on for months, and I'm not joking. I have like 15, probably 20 different things I've worked on and was going to release but didn't release, and I've taken all that stuff. It's been a very hard decision because I have a little love for each one of them, and I've pulled out what I think is the absolute best based on the feedback I've gotten from the group, what people said they needed, where I see I could make some improvements, and that's what we're about to roll out with. But
you could call it the edge, Ken.
the edge, yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one, but that's a pretty powerful name. I mean, it's really
Yeah.
it better really have the edge.
It's
You
a
know what I
statement.
mean?
A statement.
Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely a statement. See, look at this thing. It's just winning all of them though. Look, we won that buy, we won that buy, and then it detected the sell. And so just to give you an idea how this works is this blue level, this blue label, it's pointing at the candle that closed. When this candle closed, it said, here's your levels. Here's your TP, stop loss, and entry. It would have drawn your, everything. So what you would have been looking at essentially would have been this, right? This candle, hey, get over here. This candle just closed, and you would just be looking at a little label, and this one would open, but you would see the entry, the stop loss, and the TP, and then boom, that was simple, easy, bam, bam, bam. We're in and out. Again, so what happens is, oh my bad, I actually said that wrong. This is this candle right here, C1 buy. That is when that candle closed. That is when the levels appeared. This is when the entry happened. So this is pointing directly at the entry. This is pointing at when the label appeared, and this is pointing at where it either won or lost. So that way you can follow it around. Boom, you got the levels. Boom, you got the entry. Boom, you got the win. Boom, you got the levels. You got the entry on the retest, little tiny wick retest right there, and then bam, right to the TP. So that's how that works. And then looks like it was trying to set up another trade, but it expired. So yeah, this one I'm really excited. I was like laying in bed last night. I had to leave the TV on because I couldn't fall asleep. My brain kept on going back to this. I was just thinking about all the opportunities because I worked on this all day yesterday and many different scenarios, like hours and hours I was working on this, and I ran many scenarios and yeah, there's a lot of opportunity with this one here. So excited. And it's all based on y'all's feedback. So it's it's just as much yours as it is mine. It was the same stuff that we talk about every day. Like when we're sitting here and we're watching the market, obviously we know where the easy spots are to trade. We target those and attack those on a daily basis. But it's getting to those areas, or when price reaches those areas, it gives us the reaction we want. And then we need a way to be able to fully take advantage of that reaction because we've gotten really good at being at the right place at the right time, right? Like a lot of times on these webinars in the morning, we witness the move of the day, like we're sitting here, we're watching, we're waiting. And whether it goes the way that we thought or it goes another way, the main thing is we were watching, observing, waiting for it to break out and do something. And see, at a point like this, when it broke out, having the right tool that gives you confidence to enter that is key. Because me personally, I don't have the confidence to just be like, oh, just take a swing at it. Well, what's it gonna hurt? I gotta have reasons to take the trade and something that I'm confident in. So those indicators really help me in those situations. What are you guys doing? Is anyone trading? Are you guys? What are you looking for? What kind of observations do you guys have right now?
I'm waiting for it to poke up, break that high up there.
It's
It's
teasing
like
us, huh?
it's just waiting and waiting and waiting to get up there. And I'm just waiting for it to go up there.
It is teasing. How are you gonna come this close? I had my finger on the button just ready, and then it said
And then
nah.
nothing.
And then it came up here and it said, huh, no. Somebody's playing games with us.
Well, according to my coach, yesterday I didn't take any trades because I didn't feel comfortable.
Right, there
I
you
sat
go.
on my hands. And then today I'm just gonna sit tight and watch and stay within my time limit and
Yep,
watch my contracts and I'll be good.
you will. You will. Focus on execution. You got it.
From the bottom for 200.
Oh, you got it?
Well, no, but that was a buy from the bottom for 200.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see. What are you looking at? A 10-point level or something? From 80 to
Yeah,
90?
just a little 10 points from on the MQ, little 10-point levels. I've been really paying attention to that, and 10 points is 10 points, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of sitting here trying to hold to make these and stuff, just 10 points. I like that. A 10-point stop,
Yeah.
take profit. Like, and you can easily see 10 points. That's the other thing I've noticed. I can see these 10 points.
Right.
Like they're not far. You can tell, like, if you come into the market, what is it? You say it's going not tick for tick, but
Point for point.
or
Yeah.
point for point or whatever. Then you probably can't do 10 points.
Right.
But when it's like this, 10 points is like you get in the trade. Next thing you know, 10 points is there already. And we broke up there. We're up there at that high again. It didn't touch it, but
It just touched the London high just now, like literally to the wick. It just touched it. So we finally just broke a little mini high. I gotta close my addis and reopen it. And there's good amounts of volume coming in here. Of course, I closed my addis and order flow right as it reaches this area. I don't know why I did that, but we're starting to get a lot of volume right up in this area here. So I've obviously, look, we waited for this. Waited for this yesterday. Now what we waited for it at the low yesterday. Now here we are. So let's
That was a good TV blast quantum combination trade for the
I see
buy.
that, man. That thing lifting up out of there. Now I think I saw that we had other levels too. Let me. Nope. We got nothing. Nothing above.
now we're looking for absorption or selling pressure, right, in this area.
That's what I would be doing is looking for yeah, so like all right, yeah, look for sales. Basically look for sales right here. And there's ways you could do it. I mean, you could be selling right now with the stop above the high, you know what I mean? So like as an example, now I don't see, just to be clear, I don't see any uh what is it?
Sell pressure.
Yeah, I don't see anything
CPT
crazy.
changing over. Nothing's happening yet, but this is the area.
It's new
Right.
highs.
But I went to the 1 hour time frame and there's actually a Titan setting up there that it should to 500.
Hold on, I'll have to look at it. Just give me 1 second
Like
here.
25,500. Like it's supposed to go down there. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
What was it, a Titan?
Yeah, but I'm just looking at a 1 hour time frame to just kind of see the history a little bit. But it looks as if for an hour should be going down.
Let's see. It's about to try to set up a Titan. And we're at 825 right now.
You can. I like drawing a 10-point stick on my chart, and then I know what 10 points looks like.
Yeah.
No matter how you adjust your chart, and it's really helped me.
Look, I have an indicator for that. It's called round levels, and you pop it on
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
and look, it'll draw them for you. If you want that, I can send you the link for it.
Yeah, sure, I could try it.
All right.
Thanks, Lee.
Yeah, you guys, you could never believe what I just did. I was close. Cedric, I wanted to take that sell right here, right? And so, because I was like, hey, it's a flush. I mean, it broke above the high. Delta turned. Well, it didn't turn red on my trade of 8, but I was in the process of opening. Yeah, I was in the process of opening a Addis. I decided to take the trade on Trade of 8 because I didn't think I'd be able to get it fast enough on Addis, and I used the button on Tradeovate to place the sell. I was like, hey, I'm happy with where it's at. I'll sell now. So I did market execution sell, and immediately I saw bigger numbers than I expected, in not a good way. And I said, wait a minute, what's going on here? I don't know why my quantity was on 5 on Tradeovate. I just sold 5 contracts. I just sold 5 contracts on Tradeovate. This is on my real account. I immediately closed it for 184 contract. I mean, $184 cost me
It's not
15.
bad for a 5 loss that you didn't expect. That's not bad.
I got lucky that it didn't go the wrong way, because I immediately saw plus $300. Wait, what? I shouldn't see that much money so fast. And dude, if I would have hit that button anywhere else, that could have gone bad really, really fast.
I got 68 on that little trade right there on that
Very
zone.
nice. Really good. Really good, you guys. Stick with it. Oh, we have a webinar today too. What time is it? It's 8:30. What do you think? We can turn around here or what?
Is it going to drop?
I don't know. Looks like it wants to, don't it?
All right, I'm out, guys. I get ready to go to work.
All
Love
right.
you all.
See you later, Cedric.
Friday, I'll be
Later.
on the webinar. I'll be listening in, boss.
Okay, I'll be, or well, yeah, I'll see you there. I'll definitely be here.
Good weekend.
25. Market is pretty volatile right now, huh? Let's see, it's like 50 to 25. I gotta stop using Tradeovate on the browser. I don't know what it is, but it seems like if I run Tradeovate on the actual program on the computer, it works perfectly. But if I try to run Tradeovate on the browser, it makes my whole, like, I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but it's like I've got like delay, lag, or something. I don't know what you would call it exactly, but I got some kind of a delay. Feels like I'm remotely controlling somebody's computer. That's how slow it's moving. CVD has switched over, that's for sure. Reversal indicator. That was a nice trade from that speed indicator. I know that we've got a lot lately, but that sucker popped right there at that low. Got the right spot. What? No ways. Matt, you on here?
Yeah.
Did you upload your levels today by chance?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so is it just me or do your levels look like this?
No.
What is going on here? Let me see.
I do. I know exactly that.
You're using
Mine
today's
look like that.
here,
Yes.
let me just get rid of this a little bit. So like this I'm gonna make the zone a little smaller, but are y'all's zones really close together like this? Like 670, 680, 690, 700, 720, 725?
Oh, I got it.
Yes.
725, 720, 700, 690, 680. Yeah.
Okay, wow. I've actually never seen
They're
one.
like overlapping.
I've never seen this many volume levels in one place. If I would have seen that at open, I would have been looking to go long instead of looking to go short. I mean, no, there's no way. I should have loaded those this morning because like I gave them to you guys, but I didn't load them on my chart. And look at this. I mean, at 7:30, market opens up. It ran for that first level right here. But I mean, where would if you knew that price typically goes to where volume is, and we're starting the day right here, where are you gonna lean towards, right? Or where are you gonna lean towards most of the volume? And that's all up in here. So yeah, I gotta start loading those volume levels on as soon as I hop on here.
Would you say, as a general, kind of when there's a lot of that are that clear, that's usually the magnet of where the majority is going to go?
Oh yeah, it has so many things and so many magnets that a lot of times I don't always just crank things out over time. These are volume levels, so there's a reason for them, and that's why I teach them as mag levels, because I'm not going to go into it all right now, but these data, implied volatility, open interest. I've basically taken all things volume and interest related, and any data I can get from CME around specific price levels, and I pull all that data and its volume rating, I guess you'd say, and that's how these levels are created. So yeah, what ends up happening is when price reaches these areas, institutions have to start hedging their risk because of how options and futures work and how they hedge risk that way. So they work very good as target levels. Very often you'll see price come right to these levels. And I'll tell you something else. When price comes to these levels and stops right before the level, that normally means that there's somebody important there that is going to start trading at that level. So they're going to be like kind of like defense mode, if you will. Now, defense doesn't mean that they're going to immediately sell. It doesn't mean, in fact, it actually means quite the opposite. So think of it this way. If price is coming towards one of those levels, it's a big level, there's a lot of volume there, and somebody is positioned there, and price starts running up to that level, and then it stops like right before it, a lot of times what you're going to end up seeing is price will stop, it'll drop down, and then they'll actually start to buy, because let's say their options play is for price to stay below that level. So when price, they'll make money if price stays below that level by expiry. So when price starts to get closer to it, they're becoming more and more exposed. And so if price goes right straight up to it, then stops, turns around, and then falls into like a pullback and consolidates, almost every time, it will bounce up to that level and then start to pin on that level. And that's because they'll have to buy. They have to buy to hedge their loss on their options bet. So it's a risk-free game for them, but what it does to us, is makes us where we have to just be aware of those levels and know that happens. All right, we're up here. We are up here. New highs.
Or the 5-minute takedown one.
Yep. So let's see. The next level up there, next level is 800. And it's like trying to see if that's the high of the week or not. This was Friday, yeah. So we're at we are currently making a high of the week right here. Wonder if we could sell down to back down to 750. Kind of like this, like sell just right back down to where all that get over here. Oh yeah, and we're at our initial balance too. Yeah, see if we can pop back down here to 750. But y'all know how it works with this initial balance level. A lot of times you're gonna get, when that level right here, you'll either get price to continue up above it like this, or price will bounce up above it and come back, right, with an initial balance like this, right? So this level right here, normally if it stays outside of it, it stays outside of it. But if it does fail and come back in, a lot of times we end up back at that middle point of the session, which would be 675. I just wouldn't mind taking this right back down to 50. I mean, we've just been eating through these levels. 25 points, 25 points, 25 points, 25 points. Are we really just going to make one straight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? One straight move? 125 points, no pullback. Like I'm thinking what I'd like is to see this happen right here. Boom, boom. Dun, dun. All right, I will be right back, guys. I gotta grab something. Anything happening? Let's take a peek. See. Let's take a peek at it. Is yellow the right color? Maybe not. Maybe not. Go for Matt, you here?
Yeah.
This is what you're talking about, right? This thing.
I think so. Yeah.
Right. I had it lower though. Is the only difference is I had it like kind of like attached to thing. Where's the button at? No, not that one.
Crazy. Silver's at 100.
What'd you say?
I said it's crazy that silver is at 100.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I haven't even looked. It's been tearing. Wow. That's funny looking. You got the one contract coming in there. Them orders are flowing in. Look at that. Tick, 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 tick. It's crazy to see how fast orders come into the market. A lot of sales right there. Oh, we hit. Oh, it hit 800. what was I doing here? Shoot, we might just keep going, huh?
Yeah, you think it's going to hit 850?
Let me zoom out here. Let me go to my a different chart here. Oh yeah, well, that didn't work. I forgot I was talking about that. So none of these levels are actually holding up. That's so crazy. I was just climbing and climbing. See, and I can't trade this. I don't know why, but the way my brain works, I just cannot do it. I have to rely on an indicator to take these types of trades. So like what I showed y'all earlier, like that's why this right here is going to be key, like just super key. I mean, look, all these trades that happened that I didn't take. Now I've also been working on things in the background, so I'm just kind of working as as this is happening. But look at the amount of winners compared to losers. I mean, you could see over and over and over again we could have gotten into trades. I just am not good at. I don't know why. I get too analytical when I start. I'm like, is it gonna keep going up? Has it reached a high? I just not good at trading a trend. I'm good at identifying areas like this and then looking for reversals. And that is obviously not happening right now. It's not turning around, right? It's not turning around. I mean, we're not even breaking. Somebody's got a super loud computer or order rejected or something like that. But anyway, look, it hasn't broken structure the entire time. It's just trending up. And that's where I need things to be like, hey, you can get in, it's okay. Get in here, you get in there, you do it like this. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's gonna go to 850 or not, because I didn't measure anything up there. This is my next volume level is at 850. That's the next volume level that we have, but I don't know. At this point, it could do anything. It just keeps on climbing up. I mean, it's like this. You either just have to look for Titans and buy them, or look for some kind of an indicator to get in. Obviously, it's trending up, but I just stick to doing what I always do. I trade these areas, right? I like to trade here if I can find them, and I waited too long to trade those areas, and then it didn't happen. So I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing now. I'm just kind of waiting for the market to stop trending. Sooner or later, it's gonna do one of these, right? And just like how it did this right here, when it's moving slower and the edges are clearly defined, that's where my edge exists. I can get in here and I can start working these levels. Like, say I could see the support. I could see that it's holding up multiple different times, and even, even in this area where it slowed down for a little bit, this is more opportunity than, well, it's opportunity, for me. And so, yeah, to me, you're asking if it's going to 850. Things going up. Where it'll go, I don't know. I'm watching it 25 points at a time. Yeah, I'll put this on, and I'll just leave this up for now. You have to understand how this works. You're gonna get this, right? This is the entry, by the way. This is the entry. If price reaches that, this is what a buy looks like right here on this indicator. I haven't added labels because it's still in development, but you see how we have this there. So now what we need is a touch of this blue line, and then we trade here or we stop right here. There's the entry. So that's if I would have just honestly, if I would have just done this, and it's getting to that point. My indicators are better than me. I knew it would happen one day. Anybody get that free $200 right there? Y'all don't like free money?
What'd you say the entry point is again?
So the entry point will be turquoise in color like this, right?
Okay.
So this is actually still I don't know why that line's there, but what'll happen is you're gonna get first. But I mean, it's getting to be a little too late because I'm gonna be hopping off of here anyways. I'll leave it up for a little bit, but you're gonna get an alert like this. It's either gonna say buy or sell. That when that candle closes, you're gonna see a turquoise colored line appear, right? The line's going to appear. It's going to be at a round 10 point level, right? Like 780, right? Or as an example, or 810 or whatever. And then so you're going to first look for this signal. And then on the next candle, it should retouch that entry point. If it retouches it, you're going to see a label pop up that says buy. I'll be working on it. Obviously, I'm gonna change it to where it's y'all know how I do. I make it real easy to interpret an incoming signal. It's just not there yet. But I'll I'll leave this up so y'all can see the TP and the stop loss. What is this set? This is set at a 10-point take profit, 11-point stop. So that's what I'm running here. You could do this with MNQ if you needed to. You'd follow the same thing. You just use different contract sizes. Just know that every time you enter, your stop loss is 11 points. Doesn't that make it easy? I'm telling you, once I dial the system in, game over.
So easy.
What did you say?
Yeah, it's so easy. That would be nice.
Well, I mean, look, I got nothing to hide. Y'all, I showed y'all all the results going all the way back through all of this. Wait a minute, what happened here? Oh, I switched to a different symbol somehow. Yeah, wow, that looks 10 points looks crazy on 10 points looks crazy on ES, but look, it's actually a 61% win rate. It says that it's done better. And I don't know how technical you guys are, but I've added the good details in here, like expectancy 1.95, profit factor 1.46. Those are the numbers that really matter for a good strategy. So so I done it up right. Oh, sorry. I was thinking about something. All right. So let's see. What does this say? All right. Let me go to NASDAQ. Yeah. Let me stop switching around here. I'll just leave it here. Oh, there's a buy right there. Shoot. See, that's my bad. There's a buy right here at 820. So I'm gonna leave this here. I will be right back. I'm just gonna hop off for a second and then I'll come back in a minute.
Has Apex put out another deal? Does anybody know?
I'm not sure.
It's at 25, 830, but I don't know if it'll get there. Maybe.
Okay. There's another $200. Man, I should have just left this running all morning, huh? What do y'all think about? What do y'all think about that? It's $400 in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes.
Was that one contract?
Just one contract on NASDAQ, yeah.
And will this be in beta?
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. So what I'll do, just so you guys got something, is I'm gonna go ahead and I'll upload. Look, here's a pending signal right here. So you see we got this signal, and you would have entered right here at 8:20. So you gotta. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm not 8:20. 8:30. And I don't know if it's touched that yet or not. No, it hasn't. Otherwise, it would say, see that one. See, just wait for it. See, this already went up and hit TP before it hit the entry. So that's kind of up to you. Right now, I have the indicator waiting. It'll still take the trade up to 12 bars later. So that's something I'm kind of tweaking and adjusting, right? I don't know if I'll stick with that forever or not. That's part of my optimizing that I'm doing. And just kind of making a decision, like if it already hit the TP, is this really a good trade to take at this point? You know what I mean? Because at that point we've gone up 10 points. Now we're coming down 10 points, and then we got to go back up 10 points again. Right? So now, with that being said, I've also a previous version, I actually had it count each touch as it was extending. So, like, if you didn't get the first try, maybe you could get the second try, and if you didn't get the second try, you could get the third try. And then I even have this, like, how you can see that it like you see how it says a rejection. Hold on. So there, I'm telling you, I've really went crazy with this thing. So like, I've built in a scoring system in here. So some of these are A setup, some of them are B, some of them are C. And so depending on the stats that are surrounding the signal, you either get an A plus setup or a B or a C. And so yeah, I forgot why I was talking about that. But yeah, so this will stay. This is your entry line. That'll stay there for up to 12. And what I was saying was I'm gonna decide as time goes on, and again, this will be huge based on member feedback. Is like, what do you guys notice most times? Do you notice that if price hits the TP first and then has to come back to the entry and then do it? Like, are you losing those more often? Or because if that's the case, I could just make them delete. Right, I can make them delete. I can do that right now and see if there's a big difference in the win rate or not. So yeah, but what I'll do is I'll go ahead and upload this. I'll go ahead and upload this so y'all can at least start kind of like playing around with it and looking at it and getting results and stuff over the weekend. And that way we're ready to rip on Monday or whatever. I don't really trade Sunday, but I'm gonna tell you, like, when I say this, last night I was laying in bed. I normally go to bed. I just lay there and go to bed. I could not even go to sleep last night. I was just sitting here because I was like, the last thing I did was look at this and see what you're looking at here. This is a 1-to-1 with all these winners. That's great. 1-to-1.